All right, hello everyone. This is Crota coming at you. Yes, I am getting a little bit delirious. Maybe I'm feeling a little bit under the weather again. Hopefully that's not the case. Maybe I'm overheating. Yeah, so I am a little bit tired. I know I promise to never ever cast when I'm tired because, well, strange things happen. And start talking about protecting the intensity of the flavors. And if anyone actually remembers that, yeah, hats off to you. That was a really, really bad StarCraft 2 cast back in Wings of Liberty beta. Yeah, that seems like such a long, long time ago. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening here on Centaur Grove. It is going to be a human orc against human. All right, human. I was it random? I'm not sure if one of the players actually played random, but I'm not sure why Infi would actually choose human. You can do some interesting things. Archmage, Mountain King to open up, but then again, that is a little bit risky as well. There are some inherent risks about going double Archmage or Archmage Mountain King. I personally like to see Archmage Mountain King just because. Oh, there we go. Wow, thank you, Infi. Infi making me look so smart as he does change it up to a Mountain King. Meanwhile, back down over here, it is going to be an Archmage Blade Master. Now, Archmage Mountain King works out extremely well because the Mountain King is a very mana-dependent hero. That's why it's very rare for a Mountain King to ever be the first hero, or not as often. But if you have an Archmage Mountain King combination, what that allows you to do is it allows you to level up that Archmage to level 2 and then also try and get your Mountain King to level 3 extremely quickly as well. Once you have a 225 hit point Stormbolt with stun, things just become that much easier for you, as we now see a Centaur Outrunner back over here. Apparently the Troll Shadow Priest is not bothering to heal a Centaur Outrunner. Very, very interesting strategy there by purposely excuse me, pulling the Outrunner so far out. It does have a bit of advantages. Yes, that Watcher Warden is now in a much, much better position. Also, the Troll Shadow Priest was not healing the Outrunner. All right, let's take a look back over here. Archmage actually comes in and goes for the higher level creep camp first. Mountain King actually stealing some of the experience. So the Mountain King is now surprisingly having to deal, or the Archmage is surprisingly having to only sit at level 1. Not yet quite at level 2, now going after these Centaurs off over here. The Mountain King is tanking much of that damage, and the Archmage will get to level 2. The Mountain King should get to level 2 as well. Wait, what's happening? Archmage now running all the way back here as the Blade Master is in position. All right, we should be seeing a Stormbolt come in here in just a moment. And, oh, there goes the Stormbolt now. The Blade Master Green, how are you able to see me? I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but that was a huge play there, as now the Blade Master has to be extremely careful. Blade Master gets perhaps a little bit of kills there and picks up the Mantle of Intelligence. Meanwhile, the Mountain King wants to get to level 2, and it looks like he will not be able to. Just going to be a little bit shy. Well, actually very much shy. 58 shy there, as the Archmage runs over here to the Fountain of Health. Double Fountains of Health on the map this time around. I think they change sometimes. As the Archmage healing back up. This is a very, very interesting strategy. Meanwhile, the Mountain King still sitting at level 2 or level 1. Not going to be able to get to level 2. I don't believe so. Maybe the Mountain King, actually, is it enough? Yes, it is going to be enough. Mountain King now sitting at level 2 will be able to get bashed, as we now see the Blade Master attempting to run in. Are we going to get a Stormbolt down? That is going to be the key question, though. No Stormbolt. The ward was placed down, but no Stormbolt, and that is a bit of a surprise there, as we can see that there is a Footman who is currently, or who had Lightning Shield, now being forced to pull back here. That Lightning Shield did deal a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the Water Elemental now with that Lightning Shield dealing so much damage. All the units now backing off. It looks like one Footman will get taken down, as that Water Elemental is pretty much stuck on the wrong side of the wall. Cannot really get anywhere, as the Water Elemental now trying to run back in, going after the lower hit point units. Two Water Elementals could get, or that Water Elemental could get 2 very easy kills, but does not being microed at all, being completely ignored. And those 2 kills would have given the Archmage level 2 a little bit of a misstep there, as if at any time that Archmage is behind on mana, we know exactly why it happened. He is just not sitting at level 2 right now and not getting a little bit more mana regeneration with that higher intelligence. He could have gone for Brilliance Aura as well, but I highly doubt it. Blade Master now finally going to get to level 2 after clearing out this Goblin Merchant shop here in the center. Meanwhile, we can see that the extra income is going to start finally coming in for Infi. Infi has the tower here, but he doesn't actually have any investment here, as his partner is getting all of the experience. All right, Infi's partner sitting at a level 2 Archmage. Where is that? Oh, it looks as though the Militia going to get that Footman kill. Is that Militia going to run after it? It looks like it will be able to do exactly that. There it goes as a Stormbolt goes down. And things are going very well for Infi's team right now, as we're also going into a Blacksmith. All right, Blacksmith, we could be going into perhaps an early Workshop or just Rifleman. Early Workshop would put down a lot of pressure onto the opponent because those mortar teams are able to deal so much damage to buildings. However, the problem is that they are very easily taken down by Militia, as the Militia do have such a fast movement speed. All right, Arcane Tower now apparently draining the mana on that one particular Archmage. Archmage now running all the way back here. Are we going to get some repairing down? Yes, we are, and still not enough, as the Water Elementals are being dropped in here. Footmen are very deep inside this base. Not exactly sure what they can hope to do here, except perhaps get teleported out. This is not a good spot to be in. Mountain King now running all the way back. All the Footmen are just essentially trying to run back here, and this could go very poorly for Infi's team. One Footman down. A second Footman could get taken down there. Oh, there's a Stormbolt. A beautiful Stormbolt. That may actually save. No, it doesn't look like it's going to save any of them. Both Footmen still get taken out there, and now the Mountain King is actually a little bit worse for wear. All right, Infi now finally teleporting out with his Footmen. There they go, as all of the human units are now running back to lick their wounds a bit. Not a good spot to be in. We are about 7 minutes into this game, as the Blade Master and Shadow Hunter clearing out this gold mine creep camp. Panda has been picked up by the human player, the red human player, so Breath of Fire now going to be a very important part of this push. Water Elemental being summoned very far away from home, but now on the inside of this wall here. And is it going to be able to perhaps make its way out? Footman, Breath of Fire, as the Footmen are now taking down 2 of the peasants here. It looks like the Arcane Sanctums are trying to build up Spellbreakers, but the Footman army is just getting to be too much. Mountain King shows up for Infi, and almost a Stormbolt onto the Archmage before the Scroll Town portal goes off. Not in time, though, as all the Footmen do arrive. You can see a lot of peasants were taken down here. Arcane Sanctum, triple Arcane Sanctums. Wow. Triple Arcane Sanctums. Since you have the extra economy, yes, you have 1,200 gold. Why not build triple Arcane Sanctums? And we'll see. Yes, we are going into the Workshop with the Flying Machine. The Blade Master's Windwalk is pretty much going to be shut down now, as we are now also training up a whole bunch of mortar teams. Mass Spell Breakers, mass mortar teams that could actually spell doom for the Orc player very quickly, since its natural defense is going to be those Orc burrows that are not going to be able to get within range very easily. All right, in comes the Panda. The Panda now trying to clear out this 4-4-2-2 creep camp. Should be able to do exactly that. You can see the Flying Machine flying overhead, keeping track of the opponent, as we are now leveling up a Blood Mage, and this is going to be that classic mana battery strategy, except for the fact that there's still an Archmage on the field. That is going to help out tremendously if the Blood Mage can perhaps siphon the mana away from the heroes and give it to that Mountain King. That's going to start translating into a very big problem. All right, Mountain King now wandering around here. Let's take a look at what's going to be happening next. Triple Priest now being trained. Do we see an Arcane Vault? The Arcane Vault, yes, is off over here. Infi now healing up the rest of his units. And are we going to see perhaps a big item purchase? All right, Caster now trying to run all the way back. Is it going to be able to get inside? It looks like it will be able to do exactly that, as we may see a call to arms here. A little bit of a counterattack. All right, in come the rest of the casters here. The Blood Mage is in position, And there you go. We may see a little bit of an attack here. No Siphon Mana that I saw. Not quite sure why, as we also have a Witch Doctor. All right, Blade Master is now trying to engage. Priest now trying to get taken down here. Siphon Mana away from that Blade Master. The Blade Master now gone, though, as we are now doing a little bit of attack. No defend on the Footman, but now in comes a Blizzard by the Archmage. Archmage getting Blizzard now. AoE, I'm just changing everything up. Oh, good gosh. AoE changing everything up. And I need to pause the game a second. I think my aspect ratio got all changed again, and not too bad. Let's see. Oh, too much. All right. One pixel too much that way. One pixel too little. Alright, there we go. Alright, coming back to that fight there. My apologies. Going back into the fight here. Here we go. So far, the healing ward actually acting as a very, very big heal for the entire blue team. Meanwhile, the Blizzards are still raining down. Militia are trying to pull in as the Archmage doing ensnare onto the Blood Mage to stop that one Siphon Mana. Now trying to give the mana back to the Medicine Man. The Medicine Man needs to place down another healing ward. There goes another healing ward to try to heal up everything constantly again. Very interesting use though. Blood Mage with the Doctor, the Razor main Medicine Man. The number one problem is that he's never ever able to maintain multiple healing wards easily. Mountain King could get off a Stormbolt here for a quick kill. Is he going to be able to do it? And there is that unit there. There goes the Grunt. Oh, the Grunt down to 30 hit points, and it will be falling. There it goes. Meanwhile, this expansion is not going to see the light of day. Blood Mage now sitting at level 2. As we should be seeing a cancellation here. Not quite sure why we haven't seen the cancellation just quite yet. There, I believe that was canceled. If it wasn't canceled, that was a waste of 300 some odd gold there, as all the units are now running all the way back. All right, unable to heal up at that Red Drake. That is going to be a bit of a problem. Meanwhile, the Blood Mage is near maximum mana. The Razor main Medicine Man is not yet quite enough mana for another healing ward, but should be able to be there as soon as it gets siphoned mana again. Alright, the Razor main sitting at 191 mana. We should be seeing another ward here in just a moment. One mortar team, and this is going to perhaps be a bit of a problem. Alright, we're trying to take down the main keep. The keep is taking a bit of damage. Mortar team is right there. Only one mortar team though, so it's not going to really be able to deal that much damage, as we are going to see more casters come in from the back. Alright, we are waiting for the timing on this attack here, and you can see that there's a guard tower now coming in the back as well. Oh, Flame Strike and Blizzard now coming in, as now here is the engagement on the back. Alright, Stormbolt onto the Shadowhunter. Siphon Mana quickly to follow it up. That Shadowhunter pretty much has nowhere to go, so no more mana left. The Blood Mage could try to get off another Flame Strike here, and it is going to be a Flame Strike Blizzard straight up on a lot of units sitting right there. Alright, the Healing Ward is just healing up a lot of the units. Meanwhile, a lot of units are just getting into the red here, but who's coming out on top? It's really difficult to try to figure out who's winning this battle, as another Flame Strike does come down. Can't even tell if the Flame Strike is favoring one particular person or not. There's another Flame Strike there, as the Blade Master now tries to back off. Alright, all of Red's units actually in trouble here, taking another Flame Strike. Oh, the Blood Mage down to 63 hit points, but somehow still staying alive. The Razor Man, Medicine Man was actually taken. No, he's right there. He needs to get a little bit more mana, and if he can actually get a good amount of mana, that could actually switch things around for a little bit more healing. Alright, the Razor main Medicine Man actually losing a lot of mana to those Spellbreakers. Mountain King now getting plenty of mana, as that Blood Mage now trying to back off again. Alright, Mountain King, Stormbolt. Oh, wow, no Stormbolt. He gets taken down at level 3. No Scroll of Town Portal. Archmage could have been using a Scroll of Town Portal as well. Now sitting at level 4, and this fight is going to go from bad to worse very, very quickly. Blood Mage and Mountain King, both of them now taken down, and that means that the Blood Mage really has no way out of this particular fight here. Alright, there's the Blizzard. Archmage laying down the Blizzard there. All the units now trying to run back again. The Blood Mage could perhaps try and siphon more mana still, as the Blade Master is going after all of these units here. It looks as though Teal is actually in a little bit of hurt right now after losing that level 3 Mountain King, and with the loss of that level 3 Mountain King, it meant that the Archmage could not Wait, did the Archmage try to transfer the Scroll of Town portal and it didn't work? I thought he had a Scroll of Town portal and now he doesn't. And now there goes the Archmage as well. There's another ensnare. There is a potion of greater healing, but that's not going to really get it out. There's another dispel magic to try to get him away from that hex. Archmage, oh, Blood Mage gets resurrected there. There's the Scroll of Town portal. And is that going to be enough? And it might actually be enough, yes. Using the Scroll of Town portal, resurrecting at the tavern to try and head back home. That was a huge play there. Teleporting off to the north as Infi now trying to resurrect his Mountain King. But this is not looking good at all. In comes the pressure from the human orc composition. Level 4 now on that Archmage. This is looking like this is going to be a very nasty fight, especially with mortar teams. Wait, no, that was not a mortar team. That's just a glaive coming in from a Shadow Hunter. Priest are now there. The Priest getting a little bit overzealous and getting caught out of position. The Spellbreakers are now trying to come in as well. All right, here's the engagement. There's a bit of slow cast across multiple units as the mortar teams are going to be firing from that back line. All right, shell-shocking all of those units there. A big amount of big blizzard right in the center, but not hitting that many units there at all as the mortar teams are trying to perhaps shell shock and take down all of those priests. Now, all those casters have taken a fair amount of damage. Actually, 4 mortar teams. That is very high burst damage, which is exactly what you need when you're dealing against all of these casters right now. If the casters are all focused down, that could be a huge turnaround as there is another splat unit. All right, Archmage now gets caught. That is going to be a big turnaround as well. Panda going to be in a little bit of trouble. The Mountain King unable to get off a Stormbolt. Not enough mana, but now the Mountain King does have enough. Sitting at level 4. Is he going to be able to chase? No. It looks like all the rest of the units are actually on the other side of the map. One Spellbreaker not getting the memo. Not getting the memo to actually run back around, and it looks pretty grave so far. All right, the Spellbreakers. Now, this game has been a seesaw going back and forth between these two fights. And back and forth, this final game in this best of 3, this final deciding match, very exciting. As we're looking at the Spellbreakers taking down that water elemental there. All right, looks like we're finally clearing out the Fountain of Health. The Potion of Invulnerability will be left behind for that Blade Master. That Blade Master with multiple claws of attack plus 6. 18 damage, add in the Slippers of Agility and the Warsong Battle Drums. That's an additional plus 26 damage. Very high damage indeed. However, it doesn't matter if you are nowhere near where the battle is happening and taking place. It doesn't matter how much damage you have, as positioning matters. It looks like the red human player is going to lose his town hall, his main building, in a matter of seconds, and now perhaps even lose the barracks here in just a moment. And if the barracks goes down, well, the barracks isn't even the least of your worries. The barracks is going to go down. So many mortar teams upgraded a full 3 attack. That is 6 mortar teams absolutely destroying the buildings, and now with no more buildings left to either train units except for this one Arcane Sanctum, and that's not going to be long for life. What is the follow-up play going to be? Also, the Archmage was not resurrected, I don't believe. No, wait, the Archmage was he resurrected? Yes, it looks like he was resurrected back at the tavern here moments ago. So but how did it get healed back up that quickly? Not 100% sure. Perhaps right as he was taken out of that Altar of Kings, he was tried to be resurrected at the tavern, and that's the one thing that saved him. All right, if this is going to be a big play right now, bad positioning for Infi and his partner. We are now looking at the mortar teams just trying to destroy all of the casters and doing a good job so far. In comes Blizzard again, and it looks like Infi's team is just completely surrounded at this point. So far, though, Infi's team is standing up a little bit better. His army is just that much bigger because of that additional income, and that may be the end of it. So far, the Archmage really casting Blizzard, going to deal a lot of damage to multiple units there, as the Archmage is now running out of places to really Blizzard, as there is mainly Spellbreakers left behind. All right, the Archmage now down to pretty much 50 mana, not going to be able to do much at all, and it looks like the red team will be giving the GG here in just a moment. Massive Spellbreakers, massive mortar teams, and there is the GG. A good back and forth game, and I really wish I knew who Infi's partner was. Infi's partner actually outscoring his Infi pretty well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I believe this was a clan game. Infi and his clanmate versus Kobaichi and his clanmate. Game 3 in this best of 3. Very, very close. I need to start casting in the morning. I think I feel a little bit more refreshed then. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it, even with all my stumbling. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.